crease over here. You got to see the crease, then you know which is which. So, you know. Now, I wanted to mention that on June 12th, Friday, June 12th, we're going to have a plaque memorial for Joe Franklin. So you're all welcome to come for that. They'll have a regular service at 7 o'clock, and then about 8 o'clock is when we'll do the plaque memorial. So please come, and there'll be speeches, and it'll be a nice thing, you know. So. Now, the next performer, gosh, I've known him for years. I think the first time I saw him was at the comic strip. He's on television. You're going to love him. Put your hands together for Mr. Scott Blateman. Mr. Scott Blateman.
Thank you, Bob Greenberg. So thrilled to be here at Actors Temple for the 29th year in a row. It's wonderful. This is all I do. I do the temple circuit. I've got the booker from Emmanuel here tonight, if it goes well. So no, I do a lot of temples and Jewish community centers, which gives you, some idea how an array of people, huge people, heads of state. The biggest heads of state I ever performed for was former Brooklyn Borough President Marty Marquez. A nice guy, but but Marty Marquez, anybody from Brooklyn, or well, we're all from Brooklyn, right, by law, especially those of you up front. And Marty Marquez actually did a lot for Brooklyn. He literally made Brooklyn what it is today, unaffordable. But I'm thrilled to be here, and you're such a great crowd. And there's no better way to perform comedy than next to a memorial picture of you. But I know, and I love Joe, and he would find this, appreciate all this. Actually, I need, and I'm glad this is in the shot, because I do need a video to try to get more work at memorial services. So it's very hard to get a good video for that, I know. And it's exciting. I'm still recovering from Passover, frankly. It takes, the digestive system takes a while to bounce back. And President Obama has had a Seder every year at the White House. He was the first president to have a Passover Seder at the White House, right? Wouldn't you think that'd be the one thing the Republicans wouldn't criticize him for? But no, they went after him on that too. They said, Obama had a Seder, but there was no media coverage. What's Obama hiding? And Obama was right on it. He said, what am I hiding? The afikoman. But I like him. He's not only a good president, he's a funny guy. I covered him on the White House Correspondents' Dinner a couple weeks ago for MSNBC. A very funny guy. Yeah, he's great, and funnier than all the comedians. He's really great. And his approval ratings, is still pretty good. It's like 42%. That's pretty good. President Bush, he's a very decent guy. Very good painter. I think many of us wish he had gone into that field originally. And
he had a Seder too.
Yes, well, I'm sure he did. I know he's not in the White House, though, but anyway, no time. But the thing is, I feel like we're on Fox now all of a sudden. That's where I get most of my material, by the way, Fox. But, Fox is fun. Actually, I was reading the other day, there was a study that 18% of Fox News is true. Which intrigued me, because I'm trying to figure out what could that possibly be, and then I figured out, what's true is when they say, you're watching Fox News. But anyway, President Bush is a decent guy, former President Bush, and he did leave office with the lowest approval rating of any sitting president. It was 28. And not even percent, just 28. But whether Democrat or Republican, Congress is not doing a good job, we know that, and yet they still insist on referring to each other with these antiquated names like, will the gentleman yield? There are these guys, they're drooling, they have no education, they're really gentlemen. Shouldn't they call them what they really are? Like, will the climate change uniting moron please leave the room? Will the idiot who thinks Obama was born in Kenya please get the hell out of here? these are the important things. But we all have a short time. So many things I want to tell you about myself. I consider myself a green comedian. Actually, very environmentally conscious. I recycle all my material. And I separate the political from the Jewish, So it's very nice. But I love, this is such a gorgeous temple. And each year, and you know what I love about temples the most? Everywhere you go, there's a plaque donated by somebody. Every inch of the space is donated. I was in the bathroom, stall number 1, donated by Lester and Florence Kaplan. Very generous people, primarily in the bathroom area. Everything. There's water downstairs, donated by, but it's wonderful. And as mentioned, I do all these JCC's temples. I was at a JCC recently. In the middle of the show, the sound went out. The lights went out. Simultaneously, 900 Jews yelled out, "Call somebody!" But these are the things, a lot of stereotypes about Jews. I created many of them, but it's, no, actually, I had an exhausting day. Like many of us, I spent the day controlling the media, so it's just, exhausting. I control the media from 9 to 3, and the banks from 3 to 5:30. But I'm so proud to be Jewish, and you know what the best part of being Jewish is? Jewish weddings. Aren't they amazing? Aren't they unlike anything? Aren't they completely baffling? Why do we break a glass when we fear broken glass, pretty much? Oh, up, don't go out, there may be glass. My mother would say, when you go to sleep, wear a boot. You never know. The glass can be embedded in the mattress at any time. Why do we break glass? I looked it up in the Jewish religion. In moments of great happiness, we must be reminded of great sadness. Oh, really? Thanks, Jews, really. Here I finally thought I met the woman of my dreams. Let's bring it down a little bit, Because why dwell on love and happiness when, alternatively, you can think about the destruction of the temple in 70 A.D.? Which many people do. I was talking to my friend the other day. He said, "How's it going?" A little down. Why? Destruction of the temple in 70 A.D. It comes and goes. But it's very exciting, though, and I think weddings are a place to bring people. We need to bring the world together, don't we, somehow? And wedding, I think we should take all the warring factions of the world, have them go to the same wedding, preferably at Leonard's or Great Neck. And in which case you could have 10 weddings simultaneously. Bring it to you learn about the people at weddings, and the best part of a wedding is the wedding contract. In Hebrew, in a Jewish wedding, we sign the ketubah, right? That's Hebrew. You know what it is in Arabic? I just found out, chatubah. That's the difference between Israelis and Arabs, a little phlegm. All that's stopping us every peace in the Middle East, clear our throats. And finally, I was married, then I got divorced, and when I got married, people said, "Oh, it's meant to be." Apparently, I was meant to be married for 1.5 years, apparently. But I still hope to get married again, and I love the moment, signing the ketubah. Hopefully it'll go better next time in every way. And because the last time when I signed the ketubah, because of my financial situation, my father had a cosign. Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you, Joe Franklin. Thank you very much.
Blateman. I just yelled out Stephen, the stage manager, said, I'm not sure who Stephen Scott is. So then I came out and said, Stephen! Yes. I'm a little challenged. Okay.